After an explosive start for Team India, particularly from the Lord of Eden Gardens, he goes by the name of Rohit Sharma. They have still ended up at the 10-over mark at a score that is not too much in excess of where the West Indies were at the same stage. That's to confirm 80 for 1 in 10 overs, which is certainly an excellent position to be in when you're chasing 158. But just in terms of where they were maybe 4 overs earlier, West Indies have at least managed to put a few breaks on, and the man who's done it, 3 overs, 1 for 10 from the off-spinner Roston Chase. On Cricbuzz Comm Box, I'm joined by Dinesh, Karthik. No real worries for Team India with the two batsmen out in the middle and the batting to follow, but at least the West Indies have made their presence felt after a while.
Yeah, I think Rohit got off to a rollicking start in Eden Gardens as expected. And Ishan Kishan obviously playing to his strengths. It's at a stage where India is very comfortable. You can see they're very, they're sitting very in a happy space, so to say, with the chase. They need 78 from 60 balls, which is not hard in T20. So you can see it getting done easy, but not at the powerful rate at which we started, probably.
Yeah, there's no need for them to be in a hurry because the players, after all, are in a bubble. If they were not in a bubble, I would have said, look, there's plenty of places to go out, plenty of things to see in Kolkata at this time. Maybe they've planned for some activity after that.
I can see GB trying his best to promote Kolkata tourism, but as you said, they're in a bubble right now, and I think they're chasing it down like thorough professionals. They know that taking whether you chase it in 16 overs or 18 overs doesn't really matter. There's no run rate at question. It's just a bilateral, so just winning a game is most important.
DK, I wasn't promoting the tourism. I was just giving you hints that I've got somewhere to be as well. This is my city. I might as well go out and enjoy it. But let's look at the West Indies bowling at this stage. Obviously, Roston Chase, we saw in that little mini card, has done his bit. But Sheldon Cottrell moved the ball beautifully early on. But despite that, Odean Smith, 22 in 1 over, they just haven't had any weapon like a Bishnoi or a Chahal for India.
Yes, I think their only wrist spinner in the squad is Hayden Walsh, who's obviously not playing. So it's going to be interesting to see what's the sort of approach they have in terms of how long they're going to delay the inevitable in many ways, unless and until the fast bowlers are able to get a few wickets and put the brakes on, which I don't see happening because in Eden Gardens, as you had said, in the small grass patch that you went, there was moisture, so you can imagine it in the ground. So it's going to be hard work.
It certainly is. But yeah, you briefly mentioned Rohit Sharma. I mean, it's one of those things when you walk out to a ground that you almost feel that you own. Never mind the 264. Everyone talks about that in the 50-over game. But even apart from that, in the IPL itself, on more than one occasion, I can think of 3 occasions when he's just gone and bossed it.
Oh, yeah. Look, I think he's one of those players where if there's good bounce and he can obviously get value for shots along the ground as well, it's going to be hard to stop him. We all know what a quality player is. So terrific inning again, batting at a strike rate of upwards of 200 is phenomenal. And Rohit yet again showing his class.
77 of 59 needed. Shouldn't really pose any problems, but for a man, a legend out there in the middle, who maybe hasn't had the kind of runs he has of late, this would be an important time for him just to give him a bit of personal satisfaction. Yes, we all know I'm talking about VK, who is now your teammate. So please be nice.
Look, I don't think there's any question about anything about Virat. I think it's only a matter of spending time in the crease. And a couple of times he's got out unluckily as well, caught down the leg side, short ball, pulling it, hitting the toe end of his bat. So these kind of dismissals happen and it sometimes can get annoying, but we all know what a quality player he is.
Yeah, just as we say that, he's just hit Akil Hussain over his head for a very sweetly hit, very typical Virat Kohli, assertive boundary, little skip down the wicket. But, everyone, we finally decide that people like Virat Kohli are human and they go through phases like he's going through right now. So for today, with the run chase sort of in control, it would be nice for him to get a little, maybe a 40 not out.
Oh, no doubt about it. I think he's one of those who's a master of finishing totals and chasing down high totals. So this is right up his alley. And if he bats another 3-4 overs, I'm sure he'll make sure it's done.
Well, let's wrap up Cricbuzz Comm Box with a look at the opposition. What can they possibly do? This is the 11 that they have in front of them. They have bowling options. They always have. Look at that. Pollard, Chase, Allen, Shepherd, Smith, Hussain, Cottrell, they can all bowl. But the problem is who can bowl, who can provide them a breakthrough. We haven't seen Pollard bowling in the ODIs. Tends to bowl a lot more in T20 cricket. Can they pull out something from a hat here?
I'm sure they'll try, but I doubt it. And that it's simply put, because there's not much offering in the wicket like we spoke about. Whatever there was, it's but the new ball, and Sheldon Cottrell tried his best to swing the ball, but after this, it's going to be hard work.
Certainly is going to be hard work, but if you're an India fan, sit back and enjoy the rest of the innings. We should be treated to some sublime stroke play. We've seen it from Rohit Sharma. Ishan Kishan is getting into his own, and the chase master, Virat Kohli, is out there in the middle. That's all from Dinesh, Karthik and myself on Cricbuzz Comm Box. We'll be back. I don't know how quickly, but if India steps on the gas, maybe very quickly to wrap up today's show. That's all we have.